Okay, let's go shoot.
If you told me 3 years ago that my camera would take me here, I don't know if I would have believed you. From shooting events of global brands to working with legends in the creative space, this past month has been unreal. Some might call it luck, and I won't completely disregard that, but this certainly didn't happen by pure chance either. Let me show you how I got here. This is a month in my life as a creative.
I feel like I've been like on the go for the last like 2 weeks straight. Obviously, I don't want to get to a point where I'm so exhausted that I just burn out like crazy. I kind of want to keep this momentum going. I am meeting my friend Wilson today. He is an actor, a model in Hong Kong, an influencer, and maybe he'll tell you a bit more about himself when we do meet.
What's up? Oh, yo. Hey, it's Wilson over here. How you doing, huh?
My sister made me an iced matcha latte this morning. She's kind of been on her matcha kick. I feel like sometimes being a small creative, you kind of like always want to hustle and you always want to like get the next job and like by all means, I think that's like very, very fair. But at the same time, it's kind of like a cyclical issue where you want to get more jobs, more photography or videography jobs, but then maybe sometimes you don't have something to show for it. But then how are you supposed to like show for it and show your skills if you don't get the jobs, right? So this is kind of where personal work comes into play, how I navigate this journey. As much as I want to keep having the next project in rotation, while that's happening, if there are conversations that are pending, projects that are pending, then in that case, I just want to make the most use of my time. And then eventually you kind of like create a portfolio out of all the personal projects that you do. Then that way people can see what you're involved in and see what you can do. And so that's kind of exactly how March happened for me.
Okay, and we go shoot.
So in this world of social media and all of like people's highlights and everything, I feel like it's important to note that this gig didn't just come straight to me from the brand. I got it through an agency and I was working with the agency team on this. So it's not like the brand had directly reached out to me and was like, hey, we want you specifically, although that would be very cool. But as of now, where I'm at in my career, I am very, very happy and very lucky and very grateful to have an agency trust me to hop on board for a second with them and just take on this event together. And in this case, I got to learn a lot from this team and like how efficiently that they really move like as a unit together, because normally I'm just kind of like me, myself, and I just kind of like talk to myself. And one of my favorite things about the job that I have is that I get to meet different people and be in different scenes that I would normally never be in. So the main mission for me was to capture the night, capture the feeling, capture the emotion behind the night and just make it look really good. When brands host events and you get to see it on everyone's like Instagrams and all the photos and you're like, oh my God, that looks lit, is because of people like us. And then the following week was pretty crazy as well. Things kind of like kicked up a notch. This is my planner book that I decided to get almost at the beginning of the year, like February, because of all of like the things that are going on in my brain and I need to put it down. The week started off with me doing another shoot, but this time it was for videography for a guy in the wellness space. Everyone has their own taste and preferences and branding of how they want their video piece or photography to look like. And so I almost have to be like a bit of a chameleon to cater towards their specific taste, but then still be able to keep my own personal style mixed in as well. So it is kind of like threading a delicate needle between the two. In this case, he wanted something a bit more calming, where I feel like a lot of the stuff that I shoot is really like rah rah, go go go, because I shoot events and one of my favorite things to shoot is concerts as well. I was just supposed to shoot and follow him around during the daytime and we got to know each other a little bit. It trickled down into the workshop, which is when I was told like, okay, you can like wrap it up. We don't have to film the workshop because it's quite intimate. And I got the opportunity to join the workshop. It's a whole thing. It's crazy. I definitely want to talk about this on its own YouTube video because it was such a crazy spiritual experience that I'm like, whoa. But because I've been so like head down and focused on work, as you can see from my March madness, that I don't think I would have gone out of my way to take time to do like a personal wellness moment, training, evening, you know? And that was incredible. Like, I'm so glad and I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of that. And then on top of that, when the video came out, I'm like, wow, now I have this like memory in my head. Oh my God, I almost forgot about this. You know what? Coincidentally, I also ran into my friend that night. He like was just coming into Hong Kong. Long story short, we both were at that event. I was working, he was passing by before his gig at night. He like rang me in the middle of me working. I was like trying to get the shot. So I was like holding my camera up, trying to focus. And then I get a phone call and I was like, should I pick up? Yeah, I can do this. I can get the shot and also pick up. So I was like, hello? I was like, hello, how can I help you? And he was like, hey, nice to see you. I'm like, okay, nice to see you too. And he's like, no, look up. And I'm like, and he was playing a gig pretty much throughout the weekend. He's a DJ. And that reminds me, I'm pretty sure one of them is up on YouTube right now. Essentially that launched, it's on here. No! My digital footprint on the thumbnail picture. Usually the only thumbnails I'm on are from my own, so I curate them. I try really hard to make them look good. That night, I did go find him after my work to go to his work, and I just caught him at the end of dinner, and then we had a little bit of like pre-drinks with the group. His name is DCR at Milda, and then he was telling me, look, I'm doing something on Saturday and on Sunday, come through whenever. And on Sunday, I was able to make it, and that is what's on YouTube now. I'm afraid to click on this. ComplexCon was a very big moment for me, both in my personal life and for my career. It is a convention for, I suppose you can say, more like high-end streetwear fashion. It sort of like all happened last minute. My sister saw this Instagram post about someone looking for a photographer, and I am everywhere when it comes to scouting for more opportunities. Like, I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, because I feel like when you first start off, you don't really know where to begin. You don't know what gigs to get. You don't know how to meet people. And so I just joined everything and anything, and it has pleasantly worked out. Definitely do that if this career path is something that you're interested in. This is a whole different conversation and a whole different video in itself, but something that I've been randomly doing for like some time now is I will put events into my calendar after I see them and I'm like kind of interested in them, and I won't know how I'll get there, but I will get there. I am determined to get there, and it's been working out that way. And so before you know it, I end up at ComplexCon working for 2 of the 4 days for Jeff Staple, and I got to follow him around. It was nice to get to hear his perspective, hear a bit of his story, and it's important to meet people and get to talk to people who are living the life that you might want to live, or who are in the caliber of lifestyle that you aspire for. I know, shout out to Mart, who probably won't watch this video, but he's the reason why I got to be at that gig too. There was a moment when I was in the middle of shooting. This has been happening to me a lot more lately, and it's a very, very cool feeling where I'm like, take a step back and I'm like, whoa, what am I doing here? On the 3rd day is where I got to tick off a bucket list goal of mine. Get invited by a brand to do some sort of like thing, like a PR thing or like an event thing. I feel like I live for this. I want to be the creative genius behind the camera, where I'm like coming up with shoots and I'm creatively directing. On the other end, I get to show up, dress up, and be really cute in front of the camera and be like, hi guys, I eat this shit up. And so I was just ecstatic when I got to just put on my cute outfit and then go and take pictures and like pose. And then someone else was the photographer for me, which is rare. It's very hard for me to find someone who can take nice professional photos of me. Not to say that there aren't other great photographers. It's just like no one's taking pictures of me. You know what I mean? And so this was my little win that I got to enjoy, and I enjoyed. You best bet I'm gonna milk it all for what was happening, because why not? Life is meant to be lived. I got to roam around properly and actually get to look around the convention and see what all the brands are up to these days and see like what's poppin'. I ended up meeting people that night, and then we just kind of like went out to dinner and partied. Oh yeah, between all of this, I also slept at like 4 in the morning. So I guess the morning of ComplexCon, because I was trying to submit a deadline for a competition, but I was tired. I was dead for the first first day, but I was like trying really hard to make a good impression. So I was like, morning. Oh, there I am. Oh my God. So I only noticed the wide camera that was placed like above like the whole room. I think like halfway through. I've seen these kind of videos before. The background and the people are like, and then they like zoom in on your face. And I was like, let me not be one of those people. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is continuous. These are no cuts. Oh no, this is in bed. I'm glad I just look like an NPC, to be honest. It's just a lot of bopping heads. Aw, that girl was so cute too. She was like, come closer, you're so cute. And I was like, okay. No. I didn't think this angle could get me. Has this just turned into a reacting to myself video? Oh God, this is like me in the wild. Oh my God, this is, you can clearly see me. Now I'm dancing. Is this how I look when I dance? You know when you think you look one way in your head and in reality you look like this? Okay, whatever. Anyways, that was that week in March. Real talk though, to be completely transparent, I would love for my life to look like this. But as a small freelance creative, it doesn't always look like this necessarily. Some weeks are quiet, some gigs don't follow through. In fact, in the last month, I was close to working with a brand that I've been wanting to work with, and then it just didn't work out, and that's okay too. I've had to navigate these feelings throughout the creative journey, whether it's disappointment, rejection, setting boundaries, managing expectations as well. You kind of have to like learn to digest all of it. Right now, I kind of love it. I feel like I'm in it, you know? I'm in the game. I'm really putting my 2 feet into it. And I think these are all very useful skills and mindsets that are quite transferable towards the rest of your life. And while there are never-ending lessons of growth within your career and your personal life, I think it's important to stay grounded, to not attach your sense of success or self-worth or value to how big the gig or the client is, although admittedly I think that is easy to do, and I don't think that if you can't achieve that or you can't get to that place yet, that then your work is not at all valuable. In fact, I think what is more important is to know that you're always continuously growing and you are better than you were, I don't know, a few months before or like a year before, and I get to see my work progress over time in that way, and that's much more important to me. Just make sure that I'm always creatively active one way or another. So something that I like to do is just do personal projects so that I can use these opportunities to try out different skill sets. And I feel like you can do as much research as possible. You can watch as many YouTube videos as possible on like the technicalities of how to do these things, but until you actually participate in the act itself, you won't know what you don't know. And that was really a lesson I had to learn by actually being out on the field and being like, oh, I have no idea how to do this. And so when I do have more time to take on personal projects and personal shoots, I will try my best to make it happen.
Yes, post. Yes, bitch, yes.
Yes, bitch. We are halfway done with the shoot now. We have shot his full black outfit. We're doing 2 different outfits today. One with this long black outfit, but it's bloody hot, so I've been making him suffer. But now we do an outfit change and we can finally get out because I'm already sweating. He don't look like he's suffering, so it's okay. I think he's fine. And now we have outfit number 2, which is gonna be a lot more casual. We got a lot of different shots for that first part already. So I feel like we're gonna be very, very quick with this one. Alive?
I'm very alive, yeah.
Go.
I'm excited to put this piece together. It'll be out on my other Instagram. I have a photography, videography Instagram if you guys don't know. Side note, if you are a content creator and you are looking to advance your video editing skills, I am creating a course in the background where you can learn all things that you need to know about mobile video editing. So sign up for the waitlist in the link down below. I'm very, very excited. I've been working on it in the background. I haven't mentioned too much about it yet, but that is where you can get updates. And I'm in the works of it all on top of all of this madness as well. Please be patient with me, but you will be receiving updates very, very soon. If you continue to create, you continue to persist, you continue to show up and do the work and do it without reward necessarily. If you can do that, you will be ready when the opportunity comes your way too.
A wrap.
It's a wrap.
And it's a wrap. Solid.
That's good.
That was terrible.